Welcome to Would
You
Still
Be
With
Me? I'm Kurtis. Wow.
And I'm Kathy Sue.
And on this podcast, Would You Still Be With Me? We ask 3 questions of each other to see if we would still stay together. If everything else was the same, but just one thing was different. One strangely catastrophic hypothetical question.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to go first this week?
Yeah, can I?
Yes, I would love it.
I have a good one.
Okay, hit me.
Question 1, episode 2. Would you still be with me if I came home one day and I said, I have a surprise for you? And I go, bam! And I would show you the worst tattoo you have ever seen.
Wow.
But for you. Like, it says your name on it. It says Kurt, and it's like your face or something like that. And
okay, I already
like,
have so many questions.
but I was like,
first of all,
so excited to show you, but it's like a really, really bad tattoo.
And then I do one of those, you like lift up your sleeve and I go,
yeah.
Ow! Wow! Oh my God! Oh my God! Wow!
You love it? You
nice.
Love it? Yeah.
Oh.
I knew you were gonna say that.
That's when you ask
You're
a guy
nice.
if you ask a guy if they like it, and their answer is like this long drawn out, like, I wouldn't say I like it because I like other things. This is like not one of those. This is a wow. Okay, I have questions.
Yeah, hit me.
Okay, number 1, how visible is this?
You can see it. Maybe it's like on my thigh, or it's like on an arm over here.
Okay.
Like, you can see it.
So like if you wore like a dress.
Oh
that
yeah,
had,
you
like,
can see it.
It's gonna be, yeah.
Mhm.
And it's big.
Well, I'm proud of it.
Unmistakable, if you would say.
Oh yeah, I'm very proud of it. What if it was like, bam, like on my tummy, or like, I don't know, on my thigh? Like,
So what you're saying is like if you were to rob a bank, this would be one of your signifying identifiers that like a bystander would say. They'd be like,
yeah.
She had this horrendous tattoo of a man,
Yeah.
I think, or maybe it was the Bigfoot.
I think it said cart.
Cart? Krat? Kroot. I think it said Kroot. Is that a name? A German name.
It's like the beginning of Crouton.
Crouton.
Yeah.
Maybe she loves croutons. It did look like a crouton, actually. A man if he was a crouton.
Mm-hmm.
That's like I just described SpongeBob.
You did.
Accidentally.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's visible. So I can't like escape it from social settings. If we
No,
were,
it's going to show at some point.
Yeah.
So whether it's like a bathing suit situation or when we go down the shore, so it's going to show.
And this is something you're really proud of.
I'm so excited, and I've been wanting to get one for a long time, and I just thought, what's the perfect tattoo? And I really wanted to get one of you.
Oh my God, this is hard.
That means I picked a good one.
It's hard because I wouldn't want you to be sad when you will eventually find out I don't like it. Let's be real. Like, there's the way you've set this up. There's no way that it's ever gonna stay buried under the ground. I wouldn't even say lie. I can't pad your feelings.
Well, okay, how long do you think you can keep it up?
I don't know if I could keep it up even for a few hours.
Really?
Yeah, because
so less than a day, you'd be like...
Because I have this thing that when I lie, it makes me angry at myself. I get very agitated inside, and it gets harder and harder to tell the truth. I feel like everyone out there is like, yeah, you just described lying too. So now you've described SpongeBob and lying. Go Kurt. Wonderful. This is great. This is great.
It's educational.
Thanks for describing things we already know how they work. This is wonderful. Okay, so I feel like you would be so excited. I'm guessing this would probably be some kind of anniversary or something.
I
so
mean,
you wouldn't
sure.
just come home. I feel like this is like, so for your anniversary present, here's what I got.
That sounds like me. Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, it would be
And
something
then
special.
I think we'd be out at dinner or something, and I'd be staring at it, and then the waiter would come over and they would probably look at it and go, oh, like in a way that I also would understand, like, yes, okay, I'm not crazy. Where there are other people in this room who understand that this might not be the greatest tattoo. ever made. Okay, would I still be with you though? I would.
Really?
Yeah, you know what I think would happen?
What?
Okay, here's how I think it would go.
Okay, go.
There would be a lot of like, I look like an idiot now. You're right.
I just wanted to make you happy.
Someone told me this was a good tattoo artist, and I thought that he was messing it up, but I couldn't tell. And then I looked in the mirror and it looked fine to me.
Yeah.
Then you'd be so upset. You'd be like, why? Well, this is horrible. You hate it. I'm going to look like an idiot for the rest of my life. You're always going to look at this horrible thing. And then a few days would pass. We'd try and move on. It'd be real quiet, solemn household. Every time you get out of the shower, I'd try not to look at your arm, but it would be really difficult not to. And then you'd probably turn around at one point, catching me looking in the mirror and being like, stop looking at it. We don't need to look at it all the time. And so then like a couple more days would pass and I would be like, hey, let's go out to dinner. Like, let's have a date and try and clear the air. And you'd be like, okay, let's do it. And then we'd be eating dinner and I would lift up my arm and I'd have a picture of you by the same tattoo artist. And it would be the same tattoo on this side.
That would make me cry tears of happy. You
I
would
feel
do
like
that
we would-
for me?
I feel like we'd turn it into a joke. Like it would be like forget it. Let's just roll with it.
I love you. You love me too much.
I do, but I do feel like that's exactly what would happen.
I just want you to know your love for me is not healthy, but I love it.
All I will tell you is
That's really fun. We would do that.
yeah, and all I tell you is that I would get a bad tattoo for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You wouldn't question my judgment if I thought I really liked that tattoo. And
I think if your heart was so in it and you really thought that it meant something and you were really hyped for it, I feel like this has to just be a thing. We just have to go for it now. It's here. We can't get rid of it. I mean, we could, but we wouldn't.
You handsome.
Yeah, and I feel like it would be a funny story.
That's a great story.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a good one. Oh my gosh. Okay, you took it to a place where I didn't know, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
I love you.
I try.
That'd be really fun.
That would be really fun.
Oh,
Okay, we've got one stay together.
okay, yeah. But you said it's not a contest. Don't do this.
Well, I'm just calling
Don't
out
do this to
I'm
us.
just calling out the score.
Yeah.
The air quotes score.
Score.
Okay, are you ready for question 2?
Yes.
Here we go. Would you still be with me if during our first couple months of dating, you gave me one of those like Valentine underwear boxers?
Mm-hmm.
And it really means a lot to me. So much that I only want to wear that piece of underwear ever.
Like at all?
Yes.
I'm okay with that.
What?
Okay, wait. I have questions though.
Oh, okay.
But I am okay with it. Well, you like my present. I do
But
great
5
presents.
years later?
Okay, but
What?
would they be washed? Would you wash them?
I mean, I think I would try to when I can.
If I bought you many of the same exact pair.
No.
Why not?
Because those
I
aren't
tried
the
to
ones you
loophole.
gave me.
I tried to loophole your
Yeah,
hypothetical
it's
situation.
just this one. This is the one you gave it to me. And
Aww.
it has this hole in the corner that was there when we bought it. When we ripped the tag out, it pulled out by accident.
Yeah, that happened.
And now that hole's really big. Like, there's a lot of things you can see
Yes.
that one should probably not see when you're trying to cover up with a garment of underwear.
I'm okay with it though.
It's fine for you. It's fine for you. So I know,
Okay.
and it's been years. You know how fast underwear gets shredded.
And that's all you'll wear?
It's all I want to wear. And I'll
For
just,
sentimental reasons?
if it's not going to get washed, if it's dirty, I'll still wear it.
Can I explain something to everyone?
Yeah.
This is not far off from how it really is.
Why would you tell people?
Not about your underwear. Let me tell you. Okay.
Okay, tell
One
me.
time, Kurt and I went on a date.
Oh my gosh.
You know already what I'm going to say.
I do know. Go ahead, tell the story.
What? Okay, so we went on a date to a park where there
Mhm.
was like, you know, the local crafts ladies come out and they make their wares.
They peddle their broken glass quilts.
Yes, that's what they do. Jewelry. Broken glass quilt
glass
jewelry.
jewelry, driftwood married couple sculptures,
Christmas ornaments,
seagull portraits.
Yes, they do all those. So we went there, and then Curtis saw a leaf on the floor that kind of looked like a dinosaur egg, right? That's why we liked it.
Maybe, yeah.
Well, I put in my hair or something like that, and then we just kept it. And
put it in a book.
Yeah, he kept it. He put it in a book. Yes, and then one day the little corner was crispy, and it crisped off.
Who crisped it off?
I did.
Why would you tell stories where you are the villain?
It just magically. Yeah.
Let me tell you how I smashed this man's heart into a million pieces.
Well, I thought it was no big deal because it's like a leaf, like it's not meant to last forever. And I was like, oh no, well, I guess we should just throw it away. And Curtis, his face was like, oh, you killed my mother.
I'm gonna need a minute.
Yeah.
I have repressed this memory. Now you digging it up.
I know, but then
put me on a tizzy.
We do refer to it as like the leaf, and so Curtis Wow is a little sentimental to the point of hoarding, but it's not
like a pair of underwear that I would wear for 5 years and never
my
really
point
clean.
is like this is not that different than how you are, and I'm still with you.
That's true.
So
there would never be a moment where you would be like, okay, it's hygienically disgusting.
But you're
taking
taking showers.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm okay.
But then I'd put the dirty thing right back on again if it wasn't washed.
I would probably wash them every night for you if you weren't going to wash them.
You would wash them every night?
Yeah, it's easy to wash underwear in the sink. You just wash them in the sink.
Ew.
Yeah, so obviously my answer is
We're going to need
washing underwear in the sink.
We need another sink.
Oh my God, millions of
For
ladies.
a 5-year-old underwear, yes.
Millions of ladies are just like, what's wrong with him?
For a 5-year-old piece of underwear, you need a containment vault for that if you're going to clean it. It needs to be sprayed down.
You just need dry cleaner spray and then shake it. After a while, like after 5 years, it would be like a tissue paper.
It'd probably just turn into like a skirt.
Well, yeah, and you just need one of those like those dust blowers that you use for your computer. And then it's clean.
But you're saying there's no point where you would get like, this is really infuriating.
Listen, I would try to convince you, and I would buy you I would already buy you multiple pairs of the same thing.
We're talking this could go on for 20 years.
So if the reason is that it's sentimental, you know what I would do?
40 years.
Because it's a sentimental reason, you know how I'd hack the system?
How?
Buy you the same pair every single year, so it's just as sentimental.
Oh, no.
I like how this episode we're hacking all of these. You hacked mine.
That would be really confusing for me.
You hacked mine.
Yeah.
So I hacked yours. We're in the Matrix.
Hold on. I'm hacking into Kathy Sue's brain.
You think anyone's going to understand our sense of humor?
Not likely.
We think we're funny.
We do think we're funny. Okay, it's time for question 3, a fan submitted question.
All right, so this question comes from my good friend Sandy Thinnis. She's at Sandy Thinnis on IG. You can find her there. It's SandyThinnes. She's a makeup artist who shows you how to be beautiful from the inside out. She's awesome. So if you need that if you need that kind of help, go check out her Beauty Flow method. It is wonderful. So Sandy gives us this question from a perspective of she's married as well. Her question is, would you still be with me if you could hear my thoughts all the time?
Whoa.
Isn't that so deep? She went there.
Whoa. And don't forget, we have to both answer this question at the same time.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot to think about, though, with this one.
I would hear all of your thoughts. The one question I would have wanted to ask her is, do you know that I can hear your thoughts?
When she was describing it to me, it sounded very clear that the partner knew.
Okay, so this is just a thing.
It's like you could hear my thoughts all the time, and I knew you could hear my thoughts all the time.
God, I would say there's like some really funny points that would happen. I mean, could you imagine like being at a very uncomfortable social event, like a wedding or something, and then you just like, don't even look at me. You just turn your head off to the side and you're like, this guy.
What would I be saying about this guy?
I don't know. You just be popping off about him.
Oh, that'd be great. Like if we were at a social event and I could just talk to you while we were just not even.
You'd just be thinking stuff.
I'd be like, oh my God, I know you can hear me. Kurt, look at this. Look at that. I would be like, oh, it'd be the best because I could just tell you what I want without even telling you. It'd be more like this. You're going to buy the bread and I go, I want that bread.
Just
hey, I want that bread.
At the grocery store. Hey, I want that. Hey, I want that.
Give me Lucky Charms right now. That is what I sound like. Especially in my head. My inner voice is a doofus.
Wow.
What problems would this cause for you?
Okay, I'm going to say this. This is difficult because knowing everything that someone thinks
everything
is exhausting.
Yes.
It's exhausting already to know as much as you can about your partner, let alone knowing all of it.
Mm-hmm.
If I could know all of your thoughts,
mm-hmm.
and I don't even have a choice, I just like,
you would know
they just show up like text messages that automatically open.
Yeah. And you said you like knowing my feelings.
I do. What are your thoughts about it?
Okay, for me, a big part of us being together is we have really similar sense of humor.
Yeah.
And like we think the same things are funny and a lot of times we make the same jokes. So I feel like that would suck the joy out of all of that.
Oh my gosh.
Because I would know already. And like so many times Kurtis Wow is like, I can tell he's been holding in a joke. And then he'll like wait for the right timing to say it. And then when I start busting up laughing, he goes, I was saving that one up for you.
I was going to get you.
Yeah, that's what he says. I knew it was going to get you. And he's right. And it gets me. And I feel like that's the biggest problem I think I have with this one, which is funny because it's not some weird existential like thing. It's more like the quality of our relationship would just go downhill because that's so fun. And like
no surprise gifts. You know, the moment I would buy you a gift, you would know. You'd be like
okay,
out and you'd be like, what did he just say? Why is he buying me a foot massager?
But so here's the thing.
That makes sense.
I feel like maybe our brains would adapt. So like, for example, like if you were thinking of a gift for me, the minute you thought, instead of me being surprised when it gets here, the minute you thought of it, that would be the surprise. Like when you think of it like, oh my God, I know what I'm going to get her. And then I'm in the other room and I go, that's really cute, boo. I love it. You know?
That's really, yeah.
So like, I think our brains would adjust for what is surprising now. Humor is a lot about timing. And so the minute you think a joke, I might go, that's really funny. But it's not like when you like drop it on me like a bomb at the right time.
Yeah.
You just have a new expectation of communication because the communication's always happening in your brains. But I do know my answer.
I know my answer.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Will you do the countdown for us? It goes 3, 2, 1, and then we both say our answer.
Did you just teach me how to count?
You know it takes coordination to do it so that we both know when we say the word.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
No.
You wouldn't?
I would not.
You always want to know all my feelings and everything.
Hands are on the hips right now. Uh-oh.
You always want to know my feelings and everything.
Yeah,
I'm surprised.
Yeah, but you tell me first. I went first last time. You tell
that
me
reason
why.
I told you.
What?
I think it's like the biggest thing.
It wouldn't be
like,
funny anymore for you?
No, I don't think it would be funny.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
You're like, without the funnies, I don't even know what I'm doing here.
Big thumbs down.
1 out of 10 would not recommend.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't like it either way, just so you know. If you could hear my thoughts or I could hear your thoughts, I don't think I would like either one. Part of the fun and mystery and like, I don't know, being in a relationship with someone is like getting to know them. Even if you wish, like even when you're on your first date or second date, I would have loved to know what you were thinking, but I wouldn't really want to know what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like
absolutely.
It sucks the joy out of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what's your reason?
It was one reason it came down to, which was the nail in the coffin for me. There's just a level of thin veil that makes everything work in a relationship, especially when it's even starting out. Like when you're starting out, you have all of these questions and you're thinking and you're wondering, but then at the same time when you're together, you're presenting the potential of what you want it to be because you don't want to sell it short. You know what I mean? So if you were like brutally honest on a second date, you know?
Yeah.
Even a first date, no matter how good it is, it may never even achieve that because there's always this weird feeling of, oh, geez, like, really? You think because I didn't ask the waitress for water just now that I'm maybe like not able to speak up?
Yeah, basically there's a lot of like unhealthy things that get said inside your brain.
Yeah.
That you just have to work through to come out with like the real stuff that's you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Brains are like dog sleds. Like they'll just keep going in a direction, but you have to control them and process them.
Yes.
You get a lot of crap with your brain, but it's up to you as the person to like figure out what it means, filter it through, what's the actual thought, and then that's what makes you who you are, not your thoughts. It's what you actually ultimately do with those thoughts.
Yeah, I agree.
That's where I think it would be totally messed.
This is a good one, right?
Well, this was fun.
This was
Sandy,
good.
wonderful question.
Great
It was
question.
as good as you hyped it up.
Yeah.
If not better. It was really a thought provoker. It was part serious, part funny, all no.
Yes. Well, incidentally, Sandy thought that she would say no and her husband would say yes.
Sandy, you must ask and then update us. Tell us what his answer is.
I'm really curious.
I want to know what he would
Everyone
think.
tell us what your answer is.
I feel like everyone would say no. Are you really people out there would say yes? You want to hear everything? Yes. Oh my gosh, I don't believe it.
There are.
I don't believe it.
Well, you never have to marry them.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I already got you.
You do.
I already got you. All right. Well, this is another episode of Would
You
Still
Be
With
Me?
He's really going to make me say it every time.
We'll see you next time, guys. This has been Kurtis Wow.
Kathy Sue.
Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.